Hi everybody. I'm gonna do a take 2 here. Can you guys hear me? Can you please tell me if you hear me? Oh man. This is my most amateur. Yeah, this is the most amateur stream I've ever started. Oh, yes, you guys can hear me. Great. Hold on. I'm having a hard time and I will explain you why. I'm not going to use the wing today, I'm going to use my interface. And that's just gonna work. Okay. Now I'm hearing myself with a delay. Almost there. Can I hear my mic? Yes. Can I hear? Hold on. Everybody on playback, I'm sorry. Now I'm gonna try with my mic off. Can you guys still hear that? And I want me to listen to the mic. I'm in QA. It doesn't go through. QB. It doesn't matter. I don't need to hear myself. Oh, you know what? Okay, I think I do. It's fine. I don't need my microphone. My monitor mix is okay. I'm just gonna run with whatever I have going. Okay. What's up, guys? I'm all over the place because I did a mistake. There's probably not a lot of people around at this time because I don't know if you guys are aware, there is an Apple event coming, and who says Apple event says MacBook, and I was inspired and I looked for stuff around, and I found a really good deal on an M1 Mac Mini and bought that and completely destroyed my whole rig in the studio to try to switch to M1 Mac, and it did not cut it. Let's just put it out that way. The M1 Mac is great. It's a great tool, but it does not have the graphics power that I need to do these live stream and editing video pretty much all day, because this is what I do when I'm home. I'm editing video. So I just, like a couple hours ago, I just started to rebuild everything. My OBS session, this is what you see right now around me. The fact that I can, you know, have my cameras around. I can switch having this. And the fact that I can switch also to this scene. I didn't check it out. So, oh, this one's not working. See? Because my camera just died. I'm gonna guess. Did my camera just die? That thing should be plugged in. It is. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's resetting focus every time.
Close enough. Okay. I also need to do that. Turn the camera, the mic off for the camera. For everybody looking at this in playback, okay, hold on. I'm gonna get comfortable here. Because I feel that the sound is not really loud too, because I'm not using the wing. Sound like in a cathedral? It's because I'm a wing preacher. Nah. Okay, let me fix that while we're at this together. I'm just grabbing the other camera audio. And this is annoying. So if I'm doing this, it's gone. Should be better. And if I'm doing the last one, sounds like a lot of reverb. it should be gone. How about now? I just destroyed basically my whole setup because I rebuilt everything from my PC or my Hackintosh, if you are in the know. I used to have a Hackintosh, sold it, got the Mac Mini, and yeah, there you go. So welcome, this is live. We have problem live. Good. Happy that you guys are here today. What do you guys want to talk about? Because I know firmware. Actually, okay. I'm a really bad streamer right now. Not that way, please. I didn't upgrade to 12.6. I'm still running the beta version of that firmware, which is pretty much the same as far as I believe. But I want to ask you guys something. Maybe I did a mistake. I think that firmware 12.6 only introduced mouse support. So that means, because that was apparently not clear in the video, I mean, if I show you guys my view here, you can see me taking a mouse, drop it on the console, plug it in the left here, and as soon as you move the mouse, or after a second, my screen is disabled. You can see a little X right there, or I can show you on the other camera. That other camera just died. Wow, so professional. Okay, well, you guys can probably see it, or I'm gonna tell you there's an X right there. That means that my screen is disabled and I can use a mouse. This is an option that I have here when you have mouse disabled touch. When you have mouse disabled touch, the touch is disabled. Wow. Okay. And okay, a feature that should be added is when you click with a mouse on the little X here, you should be able to have the screen back. I think you do it this way to bring the screen back. How do you do it again? There we go. Unnamed button and clear. That's bring up the screen again. I think this is the only new feature that was introduced with 12.6. Some people are talking about effects now, and I'm like, is it the same effects that were in 12.5? I believe so. I believe like this one here is not new. Can I come here and say, no, none of these are new, or this is the one that we added with 12.5. Nothing special that's just released, and everybody seems to realize that these just released, and this is weird to me. I remember seeing those from 12.5. So if I'm late with the software, please guys let me know. By the way, I also have the chat right there now. I'm a proud iPad mini owner, and I love this thing. I love my new iPad mini. And I can't wait to finish the stream and go watch the new Apple event, see if they had anything new. But I'm an Apple fanboy, sorry. But all the option that I can do with my iPad mini. Okay. I'm gonna fix that. Thank you, Rolf. Hey, by the way, hi, Rolf. You said hi at the beginning, and I was just too busy doing my thing and didn't say hi, so hi, Rolf. There we go. Should be better if I'm doing this. Yeah, you guys will see better. Wanted the light closed. There we go. Nah, I'm not. They were on 12.5. Thank you, Keisho Forest. Is it Keisho? I hope so. Sorry. I hope I'm good with name. Mr. Forest. Thank you very much for that precision. This is what I believe. I was pretty sure it was available on 12.5, so I just don't get why people just realize that. Maybe I'm too upfront of the game to realize that. But the important thing, what we have to remember here, is mouse support. You can see that I have my trackpad here sitting on my console because I'm using it for my laptop, but you could plug in a trackpad, a Magic trackpad from Apple or something else in there. I know some people, I think it's Rolf, who did it with Bluetooth device, just a Bluetooth dongle that you plug here on the left, and you have access to mouse support that way, because it's just like a physical mouse. The console don't know the difference. But there is no keyboard support, for those of you who ask. As I believe right now, there is no keyboard support, and they don't plan on do so. Maybe somebody that is aware in the chat can tell me. But yeah, no keyboard, just mouse. This is pretty much what 12.6 is all about. It's mouse support. I don't think, other than maybe a small bug fix, there is nothing else there. Anyway, how was your weekend, guys? I must say, I did the show. I did a small show with the wing. Sadly enough, I didn't vlog. And this is also something that I want to address. We got a couple people here. What do you guys want to see on the channel? I did a poll because I just received the function on my channel. Apparently, you need to have a certain amount of people to get all these options, like go live anytime that you want from a phone. You need to reach a certain amount of subscribers. So I passed that threshold. I don't know if it was 700, but I crossed the 700 subscriber. Thank you very much. Almost 735, if I believe so. I was planning to do a video on 750 because it's 3/4 of 1,000, and 1,000 is where I start to make money from the ads. So at some point, I will reach 1,000. I hope so. I hope I will interest enough people that 1,000 of you guys will have clicked to subscribe. If you are not subscribed, yeah, time to plug that in. If you guys are not subscribed, please do so. It's gonna help me. It's gonna help me continue doing these videos. But I also want to know what you guys want to see, because I'm doing this for you at some point. I'm having fun doing this, but sharing my knowledge is fun. But I know all that stuff. I don't need to repeat myself and watch myself editing a video of you know. What do you guys want to see, basically? I did the poll. The poll tell me that you guys want to see more live sound tips. This is not something that there's not a lot of channel on YouTube covering that subject. So, okay, maybe I can step in on that. Wing content, sure. I got the console. It's there. It's under the light, under the camera. I can do as much wing content as I can, but honestly, I'm feeling like I'm scratching the bottom of the barrel right now. There is firmware update coming. More stuff, more improvements going to be added to the console. But I mean, I cannot show more than 2 times how to patch the console. From Keisho Forest, more studio usage. I'm not a studio guy. I mean, I get the mechanic of that, but I don't think... Okay, I'll be completely honest here. I think the Wing is a good studio tool, but to me, there's not much you can do with it. I mean, in a studio, the most important thing is your musician and the way they perform. A great performance, that means on time, on pitch, the right one with the feeling, the good feeling, is more important than whatever gear you have. So if you want to use a Wing for recording, I mean, you plug it in USB, you set your gain, you let the artist perform, and I personally would mix everything in the box, in the computer, because even if the Wing plugins are great, the amount of manipulation that you have to do to take your recording, sending it back into the Wing, apply the processing there that you cannot change after, and then recorded that onto USB or something else, to me, it's not worth the trouble of just opening up Logic. I'm a Logic guy now. I used to be a Reaper guy, or open up Reaper or Logic, add an EQ, add a compressor or gate, and mix that with whatever you have, and create an effects bus inside the DAW, and just press, and apply some stuff on your main out, mastering-ish, create some cheapo mastering with a limiter, and just printing that track out. I think, and I'm sorry if I disappoint some people here, but I think you guys who bought the Wing for a studio, I think you guys looking for that magical tool that will make your recording sound better, and the answer is the Wing's gonna sound good, but it's not gonna make you a better performer. I'm sorry. It's not gonna change the way you mix, the way that you gain stage your mix, and the performance is way more important than whatever gear you have or whatever you can do. I can get away with a mouse doing a great mix if I have great recording. I did some recording with friends. I just had just before COVID in February, and I did an EP for those guys. We did it in one day in the basement of the drummer. People recorded together, everything DI. All the instruments were DI, and we recorded the vocal after, so that the drum doesn't leak in the vocal. It was a one-shot stuff, But I had everybody in that band is a session player. The lead singer, my friend Patricia, she is a professional singer. She sings with cover band. She has her own duo, trio stuff for restaurant, for bars. So everybody is pretty much a one-taker. They just did. Actually, the process that we did is we recorded drum, bass, and 2 guitar at the same time. Once the take was good, nobody bailed really bad. I just recorded another guitar track for each guitar player. So we did songs in 20 minutes. After that, we took a break, did the vocal, pretty much one shot of back vocal or harmony on top of that. And we had an epi. And with no mix, everything in my Logic session was sounding great. Nothing mixed out because mic placement was right on those tracks, because I placed the mic the way I wanted the sound, and I took some time with the drummer to place the mic. And the Helix guitar and bass, actually the bass was a DI, but just a pure DI. But the sound coming from the Helix for the guitar was good. The guys tweaked their patch in the band setup. It sounded great. Bass DI'd. He's the kind of player who has a pedal board, EQ, compression. He just gave me an XLR out of a Rupert Neve DI, and it was sounding awesome. But I knew that because I've worked many times with that guy live. So I knew it was just setting up the gain, cranking up the volume, and call it a day. So this is exactly what I did. I set the level with the gain in the mix, press record, and the guys performed well. This is the key. The Wing will not fix bad performance. The Wing is a great tool to manipulate your mix. If you want to mix with the console, if you want to mix your main out, but you're not going to use really the Wing for that. You're going to use the surface control. When you put the console, maybe I can show you guys. If I go console view here, oh no. When you put the console into DAW mode, the knob that my camera is hiding, these fader become fader of DAW. You can mix 8 of them at a time, which is, I think, enough because I only can mix with 8 finger. But as long as my mix is good, and I'm talking about moving my fader that much, If it sounds good, it sounds good. Nothing to worry about other than that. The wing's gonna... I mean... Okay, let me put it up another way and I will change the subject because I feel like I'm rambling right now. If you're cooking a good piece of meat, it doesn't matter the spice that you had on it, you won't make it bad. If you have a bad piece of meat and you spice it up until it tastes good, you will still have fat, nerve. It's not gonna be good. If you have a good piece of meat and you apply just the right amount of spices, you will make it better. Or as good as it can be. This is what you need to do as a recording engineer. That's coming from a live sound guy. Sorry, I'm gonna catch up with the chat. Rolf, I would like to see your experience with wing feature that you learned during a live event, especially in combination with instrument and vocal. Okay, so basically what you're telling me, could be wrong, is I need to change the format of the vlog. Because the last vlog I did with the wing is totally the opposite of that. I did the other way around. I did more road lifestyle. I didn't show a lot about mixing, and I didn't show a lot of me tweaking out stuff. So okay, I need to flip around my vlog. Okay, let me think about that, Rolf. So this is basically a live sound tip that you want to have, but I need to redesign the vlog format to accommodate for that. So maybe less of me traveling, less of me explaining what's going on backstage, more me working on the sound live. Okay. Can any basic router be used to connect to Copilot? I would say yes. Is there something specific that I need to know? Yeah, make sure that you're plugged into a LAN port, not a WAN port. I did the mistake many years ago trying to plug a M7CL with an iPad when I bought my iPad 2 that just came out. So that's dating around 2009. I plugged the console in the WAN port. Other than that, set up a router, make sure that you have the right IP address. I believe that Copilot is just plug and play, or it will detect the console on the network. Make sure that you have that on. Other than that, that's about it. Maybe something about user channel. Where and how? User channel. Hold on. Are we talking about user source or custom channel? Because that's two different things. If I go use custom channel and I select my view here, I can assign to a layer. So can you guys see that? Okay. I can assign to a layer whatever channel I want in the order that I want. User signal is in the routing section. Hold on, where is it? User signal is 24 channel that you can take from the console and decide if you want to record, let's say, your channel at the end of the fader, so that way you can use the processing or dry or whatever. It's basically like a tap option. You can have a lot of stuff here in the user section. So if I go here and I decided I want to take, the bus, record the bus with the EQ, or the matrices with the EQ, or the aux in pre or post fader, you have the option to do that in the user signal. But user, how do you say that? User channels, everything is so custom on the wing. I mean, yeah, everything is so custom on the wing. What? Or maybe I'm getting that totally wrong. Router tip for crowded place. You may want a 5G Wi-Fi. router, the 2.5 bin, is sometime overfilled, preventing Copilot to keep up in contact with the wing. Yes, and also avoid at all costs the 2.5 or 2.4 gigabyte range because of cell phone, because of microphone. Now, I'm guilty of owning a Shure GLX system that is running on 2.4, and you can only have 4 devices on at the same time, and that does not take into consideration the phone, the Wi-Fi, the interference of other Wi-Fi around it. So this is not something that I recommend. Seriously, that band of frequency is so abused right now. Stay away from it. The thing to keep in mind with 5G is, or 5 gigabytes, is the distance. 5 gigabyte network don't go as far as 2.4. So if you are far away from the stage, and if there's interference, people in between, your 5G will have a good connection when you're close, but you will get maybe couple feet, 50 feet, or 20 meter. You're gonna be 25 meter away from your router, and if you're not in plain line of sight, you will probably lose it. Just be aware of that. I need to investigate on router myself. My X32 core that I have upstairs with my DL251. I want to check those. Those little antenna repeater that you can put on a stick. I need to check for one of these because I want good Wi-Fi. The one that mess up your brain if you're too close from it. But yeah, this is a really good tip, Rolf. Thank you very much, man. It's always interesting to have knowledgeable people like you around. You always have interesting questions. I don't know you. We never spoke other than the chat here, or maybe an email. Well, many email. But always fun to have you around, man. You always having good question. From Edwin. Hey, Guillaume. How's it going? Good. Well, actually, if I can get that camera to work on top, it will be better. But yeah. My setup now is functional. Not where I want it to be, but it's functional. We're gonna go with that for today. I had a hard time starting up that live. Apologies for those of you who watch and play back. Sorry. Apologies for those of you who watch and play back. You see, this is the kind of mistake that make me edit video for hour, because I tried to do a 1 minute video on how to plug a mouse in the wing, and I end up with 15 minutes of me just around. Anyway, anything else that you guys want to check out? Because the mouse thing, honestly, other than say it's working, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about it. Anybody found any special function about it? Hey, Pancho, how's it going, man? Welcome. If anybody have any specific question, we can take a look at it. But the mouse, I think we cover it with the mouse. The wing now support mouse. That's about it. And I'll take recommendation also for if anybody here is a video editor or have a really good computer. I'm in the lookout for probably a Mac that can handle 4K 60 FPS video. So if you have any recommendation for 4K 60 other than a Mac Pro, because I didn't look the Apple event that is happening right now. After this stream I will do it. But if anybody has a recommendation, maybe a Mac 5.1, 5.1. Sorry, there's no place for it. Yeah. You cannot have the mouse on the console other than on the Wing logo, and honestly, that's a small area to work with. This is why I'm using a trackpad, or I will. And even if the scrolling function doesn't work on the iPad. How about regaining mixing station? Yes, I need to check that out, man. I got an iPad now. I'm reading the chat from the iPad, so yeah, that's right, Ralph. There's no place for it. But okay, Pancho, I'm sorry. I'm gonna take a look at mixing station, but I don't have any appeal to it. I will take a look at it, but again, I don't see myself using it that much, because when I go out with the Wing, it's because I want to have fader, I want to have an interface more than my iPad mini. But I promise that I will take a look at it. Yeah, I should do that. I should do that really soon. Next week if I'm home, because some of you may know that I was supposed to go out and be in the States. Date change. Long story short, the border will open in 3 weeks. So I don't know, maybe the live stream will be down during the winter. I may be able to go to Florida. I might be somewhere else. I might go through Nashville also. So maybe I will do that Wing live stream thing that I ask, like if anybody has a decent setup that I could bring a camera in my laptop, if we could stream. If anybody got a setup and are willing to get me over for a couple hours, maybe I can do that in January with you guys. Do I tell them, hey man, it's been a long time since I see you around. It's good to have you back. Trackball. I believe trackballs are working as good as trackpad, but I think on trackball you have that scroll wheel, which doesn't seem to be on iPad because it's a gesture thing. So I think trackball will be better suited for this case here, because you can put it on the side or somewhere that you're not gonna bump into it and just use a trackball or trackpad. But the trackpad, you don't have the scroll function. What I mean the scroll function is, let me show you. When you click on something, click on the knob, with the scroll wheel you can adjust. I don't know if you can see that, probably not. Oh yeah, you can see that little thingy moving here. On the trackpad you cannot do that. When you pinch your finger, it doesn't work. The regain function is great. Ooh, what's that, Pancho? What is the regain function? I must admit, I don't know what this is. How about X32? Do you know what happened with the Android apps? No. Is there something wrong with the Android apps? I'm a Mac iPad user, so I would not know about that. Hi Guillaume, is there a reason why your voice is panned 100% to the left, or is it just me? I'm pretty sure it's not you. Let me fix that. Hold on. There you go. Actually, the reason, for those of you who didn't follow, yes, there is one. It's because I redid my setup 4 hours ago. My whole my whole OBS session was gone. My whole camera placement. Yeah, don't be afraid to ask those things, guys. I'm a professional sound guy, not a professional streamer. Better, huh, Ivan? You guys shouldn't let me know. I don't hear it. I'm not hearing the output that goes to live stream. So if it's clipping, maybe. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna be a good sound guy here, and I'm gonna add a limiter just to make sure that I don't clip. Because, I already have that. Okay. Oh, my setting is... Okay. So apparently I had that set up. Good. Some great question in the chat. Sorry, I'm coming. I recorded 32 channel and the SD card run out of space. Does the recording switch to the second card? I believe so. If you have 2 cards in your console, it would switch automatically. Maybe it's an option. Maybe we can take a look at that. Really interesting here. I'm really sorry about the distance. You probably won't see much. But I think if you... Hold on. I know there's a way to link the card. I just need to remember where. I think you need to have 2 cards in, but somebody in the chat probably is going to answer that. You have the loop, the play option. Okay. I only have 1 card in right now, but or is it there? I know it's an option somewhere that you can link the card. So yes, Mr. Klaus. Yes, there's a way to do it. The Android app for X32 is nowhere to be found. Only Mixing Station remain in the App Store. Maybe also, maybe there's they dropped the support for that because if you remember, we had a couple apps for phone, and they replaced that. They replaced that with MXQ. That is working on M32 and X32, MXQ. So maybe they dropped the support when they dropped the support for those apps too. But is Mixing Station free for X32 on Android, or you have to pay like $10 for it? I've been only using one headphone and didn't notice it. It's a good thing you use your left one, because otherwise you would have said it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I was only going out to the left channel. Pancho, I asked him about the regain function. Say that you set the gain in the middle of a show and you need to change it, and you should change gain, but you're doing monitor in front of house, okay. Let you change the mic gain and adjust the send, and they cannot tell in the monitor. That's basically the trim function, right? Or this is how I would do it with the trim function. Or no, actually the way that I would do it is use the makeup gain on the compressor and set my tap to be pre-comp. But okay. So what you're telling me is they brought that feature from the Yamaha, because if I remember well, on QL5 and CL5, the way that the Dante system is split, the console that has the higher gain is gonna bring up physically that preamp up, but if you engage the compensant gain, your console will, every time somebody, let's say that the monitor world is in charge of the gain, every time that he will give a notch, so 3 dB, your gain will adjust at front of house so it doesn't change volume for you, and it will work the other way around too. I believe this is the way it does, but okay, it's setting out automatically. Good. Ivan, you need 2 cards. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. The standard app is free and the pro is about 10 USD. Okay, so I didn't know you had the free option there. Yeah, this is for one mixer. Okay, but okay, it's the same ID, but this is coming from the same console. Gotcha. Okay, interesting. You see, I'm learning every day. Thank you very much, guys, for teaching me that much. I'm supposed to be or advertise this like teaching or helping out people, but you guys help me out so much. Thank you. I'm really happy of the community that we have here. I don't remember who said that a couple weeks ago. We have such a beautiful community together. A lot of people that sound like the console. We can go on different subject that still, makes sense to talk here. But everybody is come here with a great attitude. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you in the chat who come here and share knowledge, share good thing to each other. This is priceless. I wish everything could be that easy. People will know more stuff. Everybody seems to have a great attitude. I love that. Thank you very much. I love that. Thank you. Okay, well, is this it? Anybody else have a question? This is the last call for the question. If not, I will try to fix my stuff, fix my setup. It's not nearly where I want it to be for my streaming setup. Even I don't even have the good overlay. That little window that I can pop in or out here. I don't even have the good one on. I need to check my stuff, rebuild my setup, or maybe go buy a Mac Pro. Or maybe a Hackintosh. Maybe I should go back to Hackintosh. I sold mine. Maybe that was a mistake. And I need to find a 64-core Threadripper and running OpenCore on it. I'm probably speaking Chinese for those of you who haven't... Well, probably most of you have no clue what I'm talking about, so... I will cut it. I was about to say ladies and gentlemen. There's not a lot of ladies here. No offense. I wish there could be more. If any ladies in the live or watching this in playback, please leave a comment below. Make yourself known. Would encourage ladies to do sound. There's absolutely no reason why there's not more girl doing live sound. I wish there would be more. Girl usually tend to have a different taste in their mix, and it will be a good thing to have more feminine touch in the live world. Another one from Ralph. After that we go. What needs to be done to become a beta tester for the Wing? Really good question. I'm not the one that can answer that one. I don't have any idea why or how I end up talking to those guys. Or actually, yes, because I found a bug live in March 2020, and somebody from the chat here asked me to join that team, and actually the guy who asked me to join in doesn't work at Music Tribe anymore, so I would not know who to ask for that, Rolf. I'm really sorry. If you want to become a beta tester, I would not know where to start. I'm not close enough with the guys to know that. I'm pretty quiet, I would say, on the beta testing team, because doing video, I cannot load firmware in and out, and I absolutely don't want to leak any stuff. So I don't want to. I almost leaked the mouse support the other day because I was doing a video, and because this is released, I think I can tell you guys. If I go, setup, general, can you... Okay, you probably will see it, but not enough, so this one. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but yeah, you see that there's a little yellow thing here. It's because I'm running a beta firmware that is under development, and you see my preference here. I have the old or the new feature in there, and I just don't want to leak that by accident. You know, doing a video. Somebody asked me to do a video on TalkBack. I want to do a video on TalkBack. You know, it's a thing that I need to check out. But going from page to page, let's say that there's a new feature on that page here. I'm sorry, you guys can see it. Let's say that there's a new feature here on that page, and if I just scroll through my page and come here, I don't want to leak any stuff. So this is why I try to shy away from new firmware. Just to, you know, not get booed out of the team because I show something that should not, or a better feature that is to be tried and will never make the cut, and they don't want people to request it a lot. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm not close enough to those guys. You love my latest vlog. Thank you very much. Actually, the vlog thing, and I want to talk to you guys about that. The vlog thing is really weird. I did the poll the other day asking people what they want to see, and the vlog thing is the last thing that you guys want to watch. But the few people that watch the vlog, they watch it so much. I have, you know how YouTube is working. The more people watch a video, the more it will suggest it, and the longer they watch the video, the more they will suggest it. I have around 150 of you guys watching the vlogs, because I know I got the stats. I don't know who, but I know it's always the same 150 person who watch the vlog. But you guys watch that vlog for around 80% of the video, which is really good for YouTube, because the average view time for a video is about 45 to 50% of people who just drop out of the video at some point. You know, it starts, it's no YouTuber secret here, but it starts that everybody 100%, and after a few seconds I'm dropping to like 50, and I'm staying stable. People skip through the video, but I'm staying stable around 50. But the vlog, you guys are watching that all the way across, so it give me, you know, stat wise, it give me such a good boost, because you guys watching this video for like 15 to 20 minutes sometimes back to back, so I have like 100% views by most of you guys. This is like great for my channel. Even if only a few of you are watching, this is great. Talkback was a request from you. Yeah, okay, well, I will do something about Talkback. From Klaus, I think if I link the SD card, I can record 64 channel. Yes, you have both option. I think Ivan is more aware of that, and I don't have more card in there. So, Ivan, if you have the answer for this one, how to do it, that will be great. Thank you. To use mouse, you have to disable the screen. No, you don't. You can use both. You can have the option. Actually, I can show it to you. No, again, not this one. Here in the bottom, we are in setup, the general page. Here in the bottom, you have mouse disable touch. You have the option to disable the touch if you want. If your touchscreen is bad and it's just flickering around, you can disable it, but otherwise, no, you don't have. So that means I will probably use the wing with a trackpad. That way I can click, drag stuff around. But you don't have to. And you have basically two options with the mouse, is to disable the screen and the speed of the mouse and click on it. There's no right click, I believe. Somebody said that if you right click and scroll, it goes faster. I didn't try it. Actually, it could be really good time to try it. It doesn't move that fast, but if I click, oh yeah, if I click right, it moves really fast. So those are the few options that you can do with the mouse. Actually, I need to redo that video then. Or I should just pin it in a comment. But yeah, if you right click and scroll, it will go really fast. I think too fast, honestly. different story. Sorry, Pancho, I don't understand your question about the vlog. Oh yeah, from under time you can disable the display if it's giving you trouble. Yes. From Ivan, yes, you can record 64 channel on 2 card, or you can record 32 channel on 2 card in redundant mode. So that mean, let me ask you, Ivan, because I never did it. If you take 32 channel, you can only record up to an hour 45 minute, I think, or 45 minute to an hour. Let me check my SD card. It's an hour. I can record only an hour 15 if I'm recording 32 tracks, so I cannot record more than that. That's the keyboard for the wing, isn't it? Hold on. That's the keyboard for the wing, isn't it? Option. It's the biggest strength and weakness of the platform. Everything is comfortable, but okay. I'm not sure what we're talking about here, Luminox. You mean the touchscreen is the biggest strength and weakness of the platform? Yes, it is. But the thing is, a lot of people don't seem to understand that is you cannot blame Behringer for the bad touchscreen. They don't make them. They just are a client that buy touchscreen, and they happen to have a bad batch on the launch. But so far, knocking on wood, not many of them, because I know one case where one console went bad after a while, but other than that, not many of them seems to go bad. So if you have a broken one from the get-go, you got a broken one, you need to change it, but it probably won't crap on you if you don't drop your 58 on it. If you don't drop your talkback on it, it should be fine. How do you watch the blog? They are on my channel. Just scroll the video and you will see them. From Ivan, I'm using 32 it give you, I can record about an hour and a half. Yeah, that's pretty much what I have so far. But I've thought you could jump from one card to another. Like when the first one is done, is full, it will jump to the second one automatically. I don't have 2 card right now, so I cannot test it, and I don't want to pull out the console just to check it out. And actually, I only have one 32 gig card. So, okay. I need to investigate that a little. I want to know the answer for this one. Is it possible to send a bus on another bus? Yes, you can. Let me show you. If I go here, I'm sorry, it's not going to be big because my other camera is dead. But if I take a channel, let's say that I got my snare, or actually no, we're talking about a bus, into a bus. I'm select here bus 1. Bus 1 is, I don't know what this is on my show file right now, but it doesn't matter. If I go click here in the bottom, I can, from bus 1, send into the first 8 bus. If I go into bus 9, which is the second page, I cannot send bus 9 into bus. Well, actually, you cannot send a bus in you. Okay, let me rephrase that again. I'm sorry. You can only send a bus into the first 8 bus or the matrices. It's hard to see, but this is bus 1 through 8, and this is the matrices. So any bus can be sent into these first 8 bus. So let's say that you have your effect in the last one. This is what I usually do. I have my reverb and delay into bus 13, 14, 15, 16, you can send those effects into, let's say, your musician bus, your musician in your mixes, into bus 1 through 8. So this is the limitation here. Yes, you can send a bus into a bus, but only any bus in through the first 8 bus. That's a lot of possibility. Let's just put it out that way. Exactly what Mako just said. On the first 8 bus, you can receive all 16 bus. I should read the chat. You guys know your stuff. Why am I even here? No, seriously. Yes, thank you for the quick answer. I was probably rambling around something else. Okay, well, did we do an hour? Almost an hour. 57 minute. So again, I'm gonna go last call for a question if you guys have anything that you want to check out. Otherwise, I'm gonna go build myself a computer or buying a new computer or do something or watch the Apple. Actually, I want to watch the Apple event. Just gonna put it out that way. The Apple event is done. I can probably rewatch it with a coffee and have a good time and probably create myself some needs. Buy a PC. No, if I'm buying a PC, I'm gonna put Mac OS on it. I'm a Mac OS lover. I love, especially since I'm trying out the new Montreal one. I'm beta testing that, not for Apple. It's a public beta, but I'm checking out the new Montreal one. I love the color. I love the good all the good stuff that they included. The new interface is looking good. So yes, Mac OS for the win. Sorry. You get much more for the money. Yeah, this is not really true with M1. And let's talk PC for a second. If you can buy one, if you can buy a graphics card, if you can buy a motherboard or a GPU, Apple event was legend. Okay, I will watch it later. But seriously, Pancho, yeah, what I recommend, if you know your way around computer, make a Hackintosh. A Hackintosh is a PC that you build. You have a limited amount of component that you can choose, but you can build yourself like a Mac Pro for cheaper. With its amount of problems, sometimes, a firmware update can completely destroy your build, but yeah, this is the way to go. Or what I'm probably going to do is watch what Apple just released and probably gonna place an order for a M1X or M1 Max. I think I saw, because I was watching it. I was watching it before I go live. I saw the M1 Max, and my camera just died on me, so I had to program everything, but I saw the new chip is coming. So, okay. Maybe I will buy a PC or a Hackintosh. I will build myself another Hackintosh. Maybe I will buy a Mac. Who knows? Gotta know that after the Apple event. Got my fix, thank you. Being sent out of country for work. Oh, being sent out of country for work. I hope you're in a good place where it's warm right now. I don't know if I can participate before January again. Okay. Well, always fun to have you around, man. If you are out of business, if you are out for work, good luck. Hope to see you again in January. And yeah, I believe that stream should be able to be seen worldwide. I don't see any restriction, maybe from other than some part of China, that I believe apply restriction on YouTube. But other than that, we're not talking about politics here, so I don't see any reason why this will be restricted. We're talking about live sound. I think everywhere in the world they have music. this is why we're here. Yeah, go Linux if you want to have a biggest bang for the bucks. Yeah, I did actually build myself some server from Linux stuff that I've tried, but I mean, the thing that I do the most now with a computer is editing video. I used to do studio work, but now doing these video like the live stream right now or the quick wingtip video, I need to have something that is simple to use. I don't want to play around entering code. I already had so much problem setting up my SAS with ZFS. And I'm using an old external drive bay, and ZFS is not natively supported on Mac OS, so I had to code that using terminal and just entering code and not understanding what I do at the beginning and finally understand what I'm doing at some point. So, you're going to China, Adminux. Well, good luck with that. I hope you can watch the screen from there. Mac OS is based on Linux, yes, but the user interface is so simplified if you just want to use it, if you don't want to play around with it. Yeah, so this is, I'm not a professional video guy, so I need my stuff to be simple. Seriously. I'm not even using plugin, or actually I'm using one plugin, because when I'm doing the vlog, you can see right now I have the GoPro. You can see that everything is curved. I'm using one plugin that bring back the lens to where it should be, but this is the only thing that I'm using. Other than that, it's just cut, edit, render a video, and using the After Effect for using After Effect and Photoshop to do like my lower third here that doesn't want to play. I make that stuff in my intro and outro. But it's more because of the time difference. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, China is the other way around. So it will be 1 a.m. there when I'm streaming. I think it's around 12 hour around me. So it's actually right now it's 2:37 p.m. So that will be like 3 a.m. for you. Maybe that's like. Oh, thank you, Pancho. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, is it a show? I'm calling it the Wing live stream, but it's almost a podcast. It's almost like we're having a discussion here. Maybe that should be a podcast. I should just have a podcast and get some friend over and talking about live sound. But the thing is, actually, I thought about doing that, but I don't have many friends that speak English or well enough and are interested to talk about live sound, because I would do it otherwise. But yeah, I'm working on that. Anyway, in Europe, it's 8:37 p.m. Yes, I know. I start to know you guys. Honestly, because I'm living in America, or in Canada, not to be mistaken with the United States of America. I'm living in North America, Canada. We don't talk a lot about Europe because here in Quebec we speak French. We kind of keep up with what's happening in France. Other than that, in Tokyo it's 4 a.m. basically, yeah. It's 12 hour around. I wish one day I would go to Tokyo. Who knows? Herman, you're late. Yes, you're late, Herman. We're about to go. I was seriously about to call it off because I said 3 times already that we're about to leave. How long did I miss? Well, you missed an hour 15. I was live an hour 15 ago. Have video guests live. Well, I should. IKEA. Oh, you were IKEA. Well, okay, I'm just gonna guess that you didn't find your way out to be in time for the stream. Because I'm gonna guess every IKEA in the world is built the same way. There's only one way in and one way out. It's a nightmare to figure out your way through the store, and you end up just in the warehouse at the end. Or this is actually how it's built here. You got one way in. You have to go through everywhere. Like you have to go every department, every kitchen, living, and you just like end up in the warehouse where you can buy all the stuff that you see in demo in the store before. And hot dogs? What? Hot dogs at IKEA? Seriously? We got hot dogs at Costco here. Like, okay. Sorry guys, if you're watching this for live sound, we're going totally off rail here. Yeah, there's shortcut, but for the IKEA pros, like, oh man, I'm not an IKEA pros. Actually, I know one at my local one, but it's not advertised. If you don't know where you're going, you cannot cut through all these places. I only know the one that is downstairs. Once you go from the top, you go in the living room, then you go in the kitchen. If you cut there, you go directly downstairs because you have to go upstairs first. Then you have the kitchen, the cafeteria. If you go there and you go down and you go straight up, down, you can go out. But if you have to go somewhere in the store, you're screwed, man. You're there all day. You end up sitting on a mattresses somewhere when you were looking for kitchen stuff. But okay, I want to know about hot dogs. Here in Germany, you get a hot dog for €1. And meatball, yeah, the meatball, we have that here. The Swedish meatball, we get that. Actually, every time I go to IKEA, I go there and eat. Because the food is really good and cheap. But we don't have hot dogs here. The hot dogs here are at Costco. We have those huge sausage made out of beef. And you have a hot dog and a drink for $1.50 Canadian dollars. So that's like 25 cents US, or for those of you in euro, that's seriously about €1. €1. Oh, Eliminax, you speak Quebecois, not French. Easiest way to offend a Canadian, to call them French. Well, merci. I'm not. Yes, you know us really well. I'm not French. I'm not Canadian. I'm a proud Quebecer that speak English. So it's another debate for another time. But yes, you know us. Where are you from, actually, in Illuminox? Are you from here? Or you visit here? You've been in Montreal before, I'm gonna guess. But seriously, you guys need to try out that Costco thing. It's seriously, it's seriously a thing. If you ever come here, or I'm gonna guess in the States too, you can have a huge hot dog with a huge drink, like a Pepsi or 7-Up or whatever soft drink that you can have for $1.50. That's the deal at Costco here. Okay, if we're talking about sausage in Costco, no Costco in Germany. How can you guys do that? Where can you buy a huge pack? And I'm not kidding. Where can you buy 48 roll of toilet paper for $10? How can you? I mean, okay. Let's go live story here. We're hanging out. We're friends. We're hanging out. This is where we're at. Me and my girlfriend, I was about to say wife, but we're not married. It doesn't matter. Me and my girlfriend, we actually celebrating our 5-year anniversary, and we're celebrating our 4th year in this house this weekend. And we're also celebrating our 4th Costco membership, because we buy everything there. Everything is so cheap. As long as you got a huge cooler to put like a fridge to put all the food. Everything is so better quality and so cheaper there. I'm a huge Costco fan. I don't go anywhere else. I drink my coffee. I buy my coffee. I buy my Starbucks coffee from Costco. Speaking of, do I have any left? Yes, I do. Coffee. I buy everything at Costco. From Keisho Forest, a serious question. Can I get a Lightning to RG45 Ethernet LAN working adapter and connect it to my iPad and directly run a acquire the board from Copilot? I don't think you can because you don't have any router to give it an IP address. Maybe somebody else in the chat can correct me about that, but that would be a great way to do it, but I don't think you can. Sorry, my girlfriend tried to contact me. There used to be a Walmart in Hendover. I know that city. Where is that? Is it in Germany? Hendover, Germany? It just sounds like hangover to me. It sounds really German. Oh, Illuminux. You're mixed breed. Born in Europe, raised in American. Stay in Capital National, Quebec City, and married a Japanese. Well, dude, we're all citizens of the world. I see it that way. It's so crazy that now you can just okay. I was born before internet. I was born in the late 80s. It was totally unthinkable to say that I could, from my basement, have a 3-camera setup, 4K 3-camera setup, and broadcast to the world. I'm live now all around the globe. I have some people from Australia, some people from probably China, Asia somewhere watching, or I know I did, and we're talking pretty much live. I could take my phone and at no cost video message you over internet wherever you are in the world. We're all citizens of the world. Information moving that quick. We're all citizens of the world. It's good, man. That being a mixed breed like that is only gonna open up your mind more. You are aware of people of different culture, different. You have so much more knowledge, and I don't know how to say it really, but you're probably more aware than many people who just I don't want to drop down on my American friends. No offense to you guys, but your social climate and your political climate keep you guys so introverted into yourself that you're not aware of what's going on in the world, and it's not your fault. It's your media, it's your big country. Just we're almost political. I will try not to go that way, but I'm just gonna say that you don't have as much exposure to a thing outside of the States, that you guys missing out on a lot of stuff. I mean, just learn a second language. I know in the States, a lot of people speak Spanish. It's not a bad thing to learn Spanish if you are around Spanish people. I mean, my first language is French, like we just discussed. My first language is French. I had to learn English to work with people, and just understanding that there's different way to speak. There's different phrasing structure. There's different mentality, religion. You don't have to agree with all that stuff. I mean, my culture tell me Spanish is great. Sí, señor. But seriously, opening up your mind about other stuff. Keep your culture, but be aware. Take what you like from other culture, bring it in, and evolve. There you go. From Klaus. No, hold on. Sorry, I'm gonna go back to Rolf. If you configure your network manually, you could connect without a router. Okay, I didn't know that. Thank you very much, Rolf. The two cards simultaneously recorded at two channel fine. I can define which channel is recorded on which card. My question was about what happened if I don't connect the cards. Oh, sorry, I'm not sure to understand here, Klaus. And the first card run out of memory. My video card will automatically switch to the second card. I don't know about the wing, but at least I can't find out any information on that. I thought you could. Did I? Sorry, did I? I think somebody answered that, right? I think Chris answered that before. Sorry, I'm so far away in the international thing. Amen, brother. Amen, Pancho. If you only speak English and German, well, it's better than most people who speak only one language on Earth. So, good for you, man. Good for you. I wish I could speak German. My girlfriend speaks a bit of German, but I don't. I'm as much as my closest thing to speak German is Rammstein. So, yeah. Sorry. I know a lot of German people don't like them. I don't know why. But yeah, this is the most I was exposed to German language. It's Rammstein. And I know it's not flying that high. It's not that big of a word. Let me phrase that correctly. It's not the most interesting lyrics in the world that I have heard of from my girlfriend, because I don't understand anything, seriously. Sorry, it's late. Okay, the translation takes a while. Dude, no worry. As I said, I totally feel you. English is not my first language. If you take your time, buddy. I'm gonna wait for your question and call it a day. Hangover is not of Germany, from 40 kilometers from where we live. Oh, so you are pretty much in the middle of nowhere in Germany. Actually, I don't know how many people or how populated Germany is. I can tell you that, well, if you ever watch my blog, you can tell that Quebec is basically a whole lot of nothing. We are 7 times the size of Texas, and we are 8 million people. So, or maybe it's bigger than that, but take a look at the map and look for Quebec, and you will see that we are basically all living in, like, next to the American border, and that's it. About 80 millions. Oh, really? 80 million people living in Germany? Wow, that's 10 times. And I'm gonna take a look for my personal culture. How big is Germany versus Quebec in square miles? I'm so. It's okay. Germany is 360 square kilometer, and I'm gonna check Quebec just for fun. It's 1.66 million square kilometer. So wow, you guys are really smashed together. And the funny thing that I like to say is, pretty much everybody in the world know about the city of New York. City of New York is, the Manhattan Island in New York. I don't know how many square kilometer that is, but I'm gonna look. But it's something small. Okay. The island of Manhattan in New York is 60 square kilometer, and there's 8 million people living on that island. Quebec is 1,660 square kilometer, and we're 8 million living on that. Dude, we're a whole lot of nothing. I'm lucky enough. I live in the city. I live in Montreal. The Montreal and surrounding area is like 4 million people, so we're all there. Keisho, you're out. Thank you very much, man. See you soon. Take Greenland. Quarter size of the Canada with population of 65,000 people. Oh, really? I didn't know there were so like not a lot of people there. I know where Greenland is, covered of snow. By the way, Greenland. But I didn't know there were 65,000 people there. Actually, I done a show where the venue, where the festival was big enough to have 65,000 people. Or 50 or 56. The festival was like big enough. It's the balloon festival here that we have in. It's on the borderline, on the line of Ontario and Quebec. The place is so big that you could fit 55,000 people on that side. So thinking that the population of Greenland could be there, everybody could be there at that festival. This is, yeah, put perspective back about size. Only if you settle along coastline, yeah. All the inland is pure ice, yeah. That's like the north of Quebec here. Honestly, this is why we live next to the American border, because I did a trip this summer where I went up north. I did drive for 12-hour-ish, and I've reached a line where the trees start to stop growing. You know, you're just rolling, and at some point you go like, oh, this is only pine. You know, all the trees that has basically no leaf, and the more you go, you look by the window, and after an hour you go like, oh, the trees are like smaller and smaller, and I did not even go all the way up. I was like even the quarter of the province, but like you see that the tree, instead of measuring 20 meter, they're like 5. So yeah, this is like, and it's not fun. There's nothing there except water and trees. So yeah, I get people in Greenland, like you're living next to the coast, and there's nothing in there. And there were 65,000 people on the Rolling Stone concert at the whole football stadium. Okay, football dome. Yeah. Do we have any other site that can... actually, yeah, where if you ever come to see Metallica playing in Montreal, we have a place here called Parc Jean Drapeau. This is where we host all the festival. This is where I work from time to time. And the big place area that they redid just before COVID, it can... I think it's 40 or 60,000. I think it's 60,000, sorry. I think it's 60,000. And all the surrounding area, you can get more than that on the... Yeah, but yeah, it's basically a rock and roll show. I spent enough time in the boonies to know that the Letterkenny is basically a documentary, not a comedy. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. I'm not getting that reference. If it's a movie, I probably didn't see it. I'm that bad with movie. I saw, like, the only movie that I really saw is Spinal Tap, and interesting note. If you want to watch something after we're done here, go watch Hired Gun. If you like live sound and you like the life of musician are my friend. I'm a live sound engineer, so what I do, I hang out with musicians all day long. I would Hired Guns. Yeah, in Germany there's a couple of festivals, 75,000 plus people. Yeah, those. Is it Tomorrowland in Germany? Or am I totally wrong? I think Tomorrowland is in Europe, right? I'm not a huge festival goer. I just basically work the one that we have here. So, okay, you guys in Europe, you probably the festival. Oh, you know the festival Oshiaga that we have here in Montreal. A lot of people fly out from Europe and Germany. I think, the last big edition that we have in 2019. I think this is the year where Germany win the poll for most sold ticket. Like, people from Canada don't come to that festival. No local people there. It's just people flying out from everywhere in the world, dropping off on the island in Montreal and doing drugs for 3 days. Oktoberfest in München? Nope, never heard of that. But it's probably sound like something big. Oh man, I just have a flashback of 75,000 drunk people not holding themselves. Hired Gun is about session musician. Right, this is totally right. This is the glamour and not so glamour life of hired gun musician that are paid to play. It's just to show that some bands treat their hired musician as human. Some of them treat them like rented gear. There's for production. For some production, musicians are as important as the artists, and some productions see the same thing as renting out a console. You rent out a guitar player. You rent out a drummer. With no condition, no bad hotel, bad everything, no paycheck, no food, no. This is, I don't know how the conditions are worldwide, but here, every time that I go for a gig, if it's more than an hour and a half around Montreal, which is most of the time, let's be honest, we got a hotel or motel room, food is provided, we got a decent paycheck. Transport is a rental car that you put your gear into and somebody drive there. We have to drive. I'm not paid to drive, but this is usually the way it is. Klaus, sorry, but I have to say goodbye. The work's call. I send you another email regarding my question about the SD card. Always a pleasure. I will answer that when I have time. Tomorrowland is in Belgium. So this is really close to Rolf, I think. Are you working on those kind of festival, Rolf? Are you doing tech stuff for local? Actually, how does it work over there? Because here in Montreal, we have basically all the biggest venue are dealing with IATSE. IATSE is a union for worker of the entertainment world. I didn't sign anything yet, but I should be a member really soon. If it's not done already, I need to check my stuff with a new venue where I will be working. But I just gave out, before that I used to work all those big festivals just giving out my name. You have to pay something like $10 to be an outsider member of the union. And I was doing front of house at those shows because it's working on, they go by qualification, not the oldest member, or well, actually it's both. Is if there is member of the union that is older than you that has the same qualification, it will take the job. But most of the time here we don't have enough people, so I used to end up front of house at big festival as an outsider member. Give them your name, Ralph. You never know. Most of the time they have a lot of stuff to pull. You know, all these LED screen and those lights everywhere on site. If you want to work there, ask around. You probably can give out your name and just starts with doing loading, load out, and they will know you. And this is how I work here. People know me because I live in such a small demographic. French-speaking Canadian artist that I don't want to say that I know everybody, but I'm seriously one phone call away from anybody here. Like, I know the biggest artist that you can imagine. Actually, I try to think, yes, this is what I'm saying right now is totally true. I'm not friend sometimes with the biggest artists that we have, but I'm friend with their musician. I'm friend with their sound engineer. I'm always one person away from whoever here. I don't know any of the American bands because I'm just not in their country. Maybe soon I will start to tour with a country band called Five Roses. Actually, the last band that you saw the vlog of, they will probably start the tour in the States, in Canada, English Canada. So they're the ROC, the rest of Canada. If I'm touring with those guys, I will probably make friends there, but yeah. Oh, you're retired, Ralph. Sorry. I just imagined that everybody is 30 like me. Most touring names I've been in contact with hired their own audio engineer, sound tech for the entire tour. Yes, but most of them, when they are touring international for like fly-in dates, they don't bring techs. This is how I end up mixing people like Kate Nash, July Talk. I did front of house for Zed Dead, a big DJ if you are into that scene, and I did many other bands like that. Most of the time I end up doing monitor because they don't bring a monitor guy. So when I'm doing monitor, I'm the happiest guy in the world because I will mix the whole day and I will do like 10 to 20 bands in a day, and good, most of the time good bands. But yeah, most bands on the international, when they come here, only like the headliner, like Metallica, always travel with Big Mick and their monitor, or they have two monitor engineer. So yes, but other than that, I know a friend of mine did Slayer the last time they came in at monitor, because I think they had their front of house guy, but on stage it was the local supplied house tech for monitor. Like, I know a friend of mine mixed Lamb of God. I think that day something went wrong. It's like the only day, if you're a heavy metal fan, you know that Mark, the guitar player, missed a couple show because he couldn't find his passport. And I think they didn't have their sound engineer, so that day he mixed that. I think people like Zach Wild with Black Label Society, I don't think he bring his own tech for front of house and monitor. So sometimes you can end up mixing like really good band with like just being on those festival as a local guy. You're doing the load in, load out, and if they like you, they gonna ask you, are you good to, like, actually it happens to me. The first time that I worked, I think it was Oshiaga, somebody told the head guy that I was a good sound engineer, and he came to me and said, are you good to do front of house here? Are you good to do monitor here? And I'll tell him, yes, I've been mixing band for the last 10 years back then, or 8 years, whatever. And you just say, okay, well, what are you doing for the weekend? Because I would set you here if you want to mix that stage. It's going to be your stage. You do whatever you want. And this is how I end up. I think it was monitor that time. After that, I did a couple others at front of house, depending on the situation and where the needs were. But yeah, sometimes just being there, you know. They didn't have anybody else. They look in the crowd, the amount of technician there. Who's there as a sound engineer? A real one? Yeah, you, okay. Are you good to do that? Yeah, okay. Go do it. This is how I end up. I only do video side of events, trying to learn about audio. So they have very little first-hand knowledge of the audio side. Yeah, most video guys don't know shit about audio. Seriously. Okay. Just got a reminder here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having a good time, but wife is calling. We have some stuff to do. I was not supposed to take that long. I know it's late for you guys in Europe, but always a pleasure. I'm really sorry. I'm just rambling here. For those of you who watch in playback and watch till the end, again, said I watched until the end. I will appreciate that. Ivan, thank you for watching. Rolf, thank you for being here. Illuminox, thank you for being here. Chris, always a pleasure, man. Pancho, I will get back to you with Mixing Station. It's just... I have so much on my plate, even if I'm not working full-time again. Anyway. Guys, take care of yourself. And I will see you really soon. Sorry, not like the USA anymore as a team. Okay. I will get back to you if... I will get back to you guys if you send me an email. Thank you, Herman, again for being here. Even if you missed the 3/4 of the show, I still like you, man. Chris, till the end. And I will finish this one on one of my favorite quotes from my favorite YouTuber. I think about him, but I didn't name it. One of my favorite YouTuber is a guitar player called Red Shoal. And he always finishes his video by saying the next phrase. In life, if you want to do what you want to do here, there is no plan B. This is what I'm doing. This is what I try to do. We'll see where that goes. I found a way to become a sound engineer. Maybe I will find a way to become a YouTuber sound engineer and still doing shows. And keep going with that. Anyway, there is no plan B. Take care of yourself. See you guys later. Ah, it's bugging!